Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again on the Ben 10 Omniverse reaction for you guys. This is Season 4, Episode 3. Of course, we're not know the title until I get into the episode. Last week's episode, I am still processing it because I just couldn't believe that they did something that I wasn't expecting them to actually bring back, but it was a cool way how they did it. Of course, at the beginning, it's obvious it's not Ben, it's Albedo, and he found a way to switch Ben and himself in the prison, and how he got that switch to happen? Kyber the Huntsman, he is back. The biggest thing, besides the fact that Albedo and Kyber are working together, is that Albedo has found a way to use his Omnitrix, his own version, and turn it into an Ultra Matrix, which we saw him turning into multiple ultimate aliens. It was fantastic. It was so freaking cool to see this go down, and to see his versions of aliens, which are the same aliens as Ben, but they are slightly like different colors, like just slight difference, like they're like the darker shade of like brown or whatever, or like a grayish kind of color for Humungosaur and all that, and then this Wildvine. I just love it. And you know what it reminded me of a little bit? Random connection, but it reminds me of like when Pokemon, when they have what's called shinies, where it's like a rare version of that Pokemon where it's a different color, like a different shade of colors or whatever, or different colors altogether for the Pokemon. It's kind of like this. Albedo has his own versions of the same aliens, but they look slightly different, of course, in the red eyes. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, it was so cool to see the Ultimates, and that Albedo and Kyber are working, and the Kyber's back, because I really thought he was a great villain to introduce in Omniverse. So I'm excited to get into this episode, see what happens, guys. I'm not really sure what to expect, but that was a great setup. And then we saw Ultimate Albedo at the end as well, which was really cool. Like, I don't know what that means, but I'm excited. So without further ado, let's get into it now, guys. Let's check out this episode. Let's go. Okay. Hello. Nice. Good choice. Oh.
Ben?
Can't really talk now, Mom. I've kind of got my ass
Mom.
full.
Oh, it's your mama.
Oh.
Mom, later. Gotta go.
Gonna blow you up real
Oh, shit.
good.
Oh.
It is the part you've retained what does the exploding.
Ben. They really screwed up with that grenade.
You're coming home for dinner? Yes, I've just been buried in work.
It appears we have met the Vriedels for the last time.
No, you haven't.
Don't count on it.
Exactly. Yep.
About time you two showed up for dinner.
No.
Keeping your poor starving baby brothers a-waiting.
Oh, God.
Big brothers. Why they looking at us
Oh,
all
no.
funny like
Oh,
that,
no.
huh?
Why?
I believe.
And I'll bet it's
Can we focus on
extra
this
healthy,
and not
as in
that?
extra.
This is a steamed tofu and wheat germ, lightly drizzled with an algae puree.
Of course he's... Oh, no. Yeah. That looks amazing.
Here are the poorest excuses for criminals I ever seen.
Damn.
But
That
ain't
hurts.
all your fault.
We are deficient to the tune of 1. Now, if we was to procure us a third member...
Just taking them.
Bye, Ma. Hate to not eat and run.
Hold it right there. They ain't the sharpest clones in the chamber. That's for darn sure.
She got so many pretty boys, she won't
She'll
never notice
notice.
one missing.
Yes, she will. What the hell? This is gonna be hard to get the right bet. Look, the Mauve Riedel episode was Ultimate Alien. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad, and we're focusing on this character again. Okay,
Blocks, yes.
go for it.
Good choice, Omnitrix.
There you go.
How you done, Dad?
It was an accident. They blew themselves up, like always.
They? Who we talking about? I want you to find them for me. You're the law, ain't you?
Wait. We are obliged to provide assistance to any resident of the host planet who directly requests it.
He's 1 in a million.
Yeah,
Give or
literally
take
1 in a million.
100,000 or so. You don't get me back my son.
Her pretty boy.
I'm gonna take your son. That kind of son.
You're bluffing. Here, pretty boy.
Hey, that's gonna get him.
You get a better idea? The Vriedel brothers.
Oh, perfect.
How are you two
Yeah,
still alive?
exactly. Oh,
Hello? It is Mom. For you.
for you.
Hi, Mom.
Don't you hi mom me.
Hot on her tail. Is she packing heavy weaponry? Worse, she's packing leftovers. Hide me.
My poor, precious, pretty boy. No one's seen hide nor hair of him.
How does she not hear the beeping? This episode is just... I don't even know anymore.
The rocket and warhead.
My very first batch of pretty boy clones.
Not as big and mean as this.
Interesting. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Ooh.
And
Yep.
that is how it's done.
What the hell? Oh.
Hey, we
Oh,
took out
he's
all your
green.
mutants.
Alright.
We can take out just one of you.
Oh. That was smart.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
I've got to stop that missile from destroying the sun.
Figure it out.
Come on, Omnitrix.
Oh.
Wait, it's a dud? That there's what you might call an unforeseen turn of events.
Unforeseen.
Octagon and rhomboid in.
No more Earth, no more U's. Why am I even attempting to reason with the Vriedel brothers?
What is going on here?
Uh-oh.
I have been cooking and calling and chasing all over town all day. Nobody messes with my boy.
Ooh.
Go, Mom.
I can't go putting another mother through the kind of agony I've been in. It ain't easy being a mother. As for you, too. Clone napping my pretty boy. You finally done me proud.
I love you, Ma.
I'll get right to the point. This episode was not good. It had its funny moments and ridiculous moments, and like, it was silly, but okay. So once again, we're dealing with the pretty boys, or the pretty boy that was stolen. But the pretty boys, Ma Vriedel's back, and then of course you have the Vriedel brothers, the original like introduction to these characters, and of course they die again. There's the clones. And this whole story is because the Vriedel brothers are like, well, we need to actually get a third person involved in our crime spree and our plans. That's still one of the pretty boys. And then Ma Vriedel breaks in to Plumber Base to attack them like crazy just to report one of her sons is missing. And she's going to blow up the sun. It's just a really strange episode. It's just a strange concept for an episode. Because I'm pretty sure when the episode of Ultimate Alien came out introducing Ma Vriedel that it was not received well by probably a lot of people. Because I had a lot of people in my comment section when that episode reaction dropped saying this is considered one of the worst episodes of the show. Some people even consider this the worst episode of the show, potentially, of the entire like franchise up to this point because of how bad it is. Why would they bring back Ma Vriedel? I have no clue. I understand the Vriedel brothers are characters in this world, and of course Ma Vriedel has been introduced, and the pretty boys and all that, and well, we have a new thing, right? Some of the pretty boys that were first cloned, they're now grown up now. They're not really pretty, but they're mean and all that stuff. It's like, the only real, at least amusing thing for me personally, that wasn't just like, okay, or just like laughing at guess how stupid it is, or just whatever, is Ditto. Sing Ditto in the episode, but it makes sense. Rob Paulsen is one of the Vriedel brothers. He plays Magister, I forget his name, but he was in the episode a little bit, and he's the voice of Ditto. He's always been the voice of Ditto, and I really hate the fact, it's really frustrating, that I interviewed Rob Paulsen, and that was months in the making a few years ago when I did it. It's on the channel now. Self plug there, but you know, you're on the channel. But my interview with Rob Paulsen was recorded and released, I believe, before I found out that he actually voiced, because I had not gotten to that point yet in the original Ben 10, the Ben 10 classic show. I hadn't gotten to Ditto's introduction. So if I would have maybe interviewed him a little bit later than I actually did back in 2022, then I actually would have been able to ask about that. So I hate the fact that I wasn't able to, because I didn't know that he was in the show. So that's unfortunate. So to see him come back to voice Ditto again was pretty cool. in this. So yeah, I don't know why they made this episode. I'm trying to think, because literally we had last episode was, and I know I'm watching in production order, not airing order, but when you have the episode before with Kyber and Albedo and the Ultimate Aliens, and then at the very end, Ultimate Albedo, and all this cool stuff, and a lot of like just different aliens that he was turning into, and the fight between Ben was really, really good. Ultimate Spider Monkey, all this cool stuff. To then go to this production order wise to Mauve Riedel and the Pretty Boys and all this stuff, it's like, okay. I also like seeing Ben's mom. I'll give you that too. I forgot to mention that. Like, I think that's one of the better moments for sure of the show, is how Ben hates her cooking. Rook loves her cooking, but he can't stand his mom's cooking. And then he's getting both the moms mixed up, Mauve Riedel and his own mother, because he notices his mom is following them at one point, and then Rook's like, what kind of weaponry she have? Like, leftover food is what she has. And then he answers the phone thinking it's his actual mom. It's Mauve Riedel. So I like the fact that there is some funny little moments in between all that, but it doesn't save the fact that, or doesn't really change the fact that this was not a good episode of the show, especially coming off the last one, which was so impactful, and there's so many really cool things that could come of this reveal of Kyber and Albedo working together. We've seen Albedo work with Vilgax before. We've seen like team ups and shit like this, but I really am curious about how this is going to work, like the dynamic between both of them. There was one line that was said that I want to know exactly what did Mauve Riedel say to Vilgax, because it was stated that there's a rumor that Mauve Riedel made Vilgax cry. What did she say exactly? Like, I don't know what she could have said to make this guy, this alien, excuse me, who is one of the most powerful characters in the entire Ben 10 franchise, and make him cry. What exactly did she say? We'll never know, but I'm curious to know what it was. So yeah, who knows? But yeah, just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else to say. I feel like I'm just repeating myself like a broken record. So I want to call it. We're going to wrap it up here, guys. Yeah, this episode wasn't good. Probably be shorter on the reaction side. So I do apologize about that, but it is what it is. Gotta be honest and just say, you know, look, this wasn't a good episode. Hopefully next week it'll pick up. Hopefully. Maybe. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode overall. Let me know your thoughts. What were some of your negatives and highlights of the episode personally? Let me know your thoughts, like I said, in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.